Today's topic is Pareto Principle. What we know about it, how it has changed during last century, and what it means today. What is the ratio today? Which is if it is not Pareto. Okay. So first, let's understand what Pareto Principle was. Pareto was I think, an economist in somewhere 1890s, where he discovered a rule or a ratio that um, around 20% of the people hold the 80% wealth. And then he just applied this principle everywhere in terms of production, in terms of performance, in terms of wealth distribution, whatever you want to say. In fact, I grew up kind of finding this principle the most effective one, which I truly believe, like the 20% people in corporate world actually contribute to the outcomes of the, like the 80% of the performance comes from the best 20% people in the company. But this is not the true case as I'm seeing it in the modern world. I have seen several examples, be it like the countries, how the wealth is distributed, the country, like think of the current situation. There are 200 plus countries, but are they all um, of same significance, or they contributing to the impact which is going on? Is it is just a handful of the countries who has the real power on kind of I talk about the stock market. You see like how the influence is changing, and it is not the 20% who governs the 80% anymore. Then you talk about India wealth. For example, Indian if you look at the data of Indian wealthy people, it is not the 20% who own the 80% of the wealth in India. And it goes on for many countries, but definitely it's the handful of the people, handful of the countries, handful of the teams, for example. Now, I was going through this because since past year, I have noticed one kind of trend. So you know like how the most IT companies or many other companies have let go of their non-performing, low-performing people. Okay, even if they were performing, like they just said that like okay, we can just go to AI and all. But what is remaining is not kind of the it is like the 20%. It is many more, and these are the 3 raters, 4 raters, 5 raters. And they when they contribute, the outcome is not the same ratio. It is not the 20% of these people will be doing the 80% of performance. We are high functioning teams. So when I say high functioning teams, that means that everyone is expected to contribute to the level. So it is not the remaining 15-20% anymore. It is that out of those green people also, somewhere handful of the people are actually making an impact, doing the right thing at the right time, scaling at the right time, many things which are contributing towards their impact as well as the company's impact. So be like single team across your cross functional level, or you talk about hierarchies. I have seen like hierarchies also. This rule does not apply anymore. So does this rule fail? I think the rule is not failing, but the percentage has shifted drastically over the years, and it might not be 80-20 anymore or 20-80, whatever, but it could be maybe 5%, 10%, or maybe different areas will have a different percentage. But definitely, we need to look at what matters is not anymore like you do the 20% task and you get the 80% result. In my own work, it doesn't happen. I like every cross functional team has to contribute. It's a joint effort, and then out of the joint effort, the high functional teams, there also you have few people, like the counting on the fingers people, who actually take the things to the next level. So I am sure you might be having better examples, you might be having more instances or day-to-day life, or if you think that we still follow the 80-20, you can let me know. Thank you.